Live.
Cots are
Hello.
go.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Green
This
Star
is
here.
I am Iron War. I'm Iron War Horses.
Yep. I'm Green Star. I host the channel. This is a very different kind of video that I've never done before. This is what is this? This is our recap end of 2025 video and outlook for 2026, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. Lessons learned, victories gained,
The good, the bad, the
bumps
ugly.
had. Yeah, the good, the really good, the bad, the ugly.
The channel owner ranting like literally Hitler at one point. We'll discuss that later, don't worry.
I recorded it. It was epic.
Oh my god, why? Why? Why does he start calling me? No, no. Why do you start calling me as soon as I start recording? If you heard that someone tried to call me, I'm gonna tell you.
Mute your phone. Yeah, just mute
Yeah,
the damn thing.
literally just started recording. Do not disturb on. I normally keep it off so that way if I get important messages I can understand and see them, but yeah.
All right. So first things first, we're going to just show off some of the cool stuff we got.
Yep.
Most of which will be probably railway related for Christmas. So, you want to go or should I go first?
You go first because I'll be editing my stuff in the pictures and stuff of what I got in post.
All right. Okay. So first of all, this was the one that arrived most lately. So I'll go from I guess from last to first. So first of all, we got
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
An
that's pretty
Italian
cool.
book that has some really interesting illustrations of various armored trains.
Yeah.
Um, I got this from eBay. Unfortunately, I cannot say that it was worth the $40 I paid for it.
Yeah, you'll have to
So,
sometimes.
because as you can see, it is paper thin, and I'm pretty sure I've seen those illustrations elsewhere already.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but when we translate, that'll probably be when it proves its worth, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing is going to be
Get down,
this.
asshole. Also, if you hear me yelling, it's because I'm yelling at a cat that's doing stupid shit.
He's being a partisan.
Yeah, the cat is being a partisan, but yeah. Either way,
He's
sorry to interrupt you.
he's blowing up our trains. Okay, so okay, actually, you know what? We'll go like you go. I'll go. I went first, so you show some of yours, and you show me yours, and I'll show you mine, kind of deal.
Well, as I said, I gotta edit in post, but I got a very
Oh,
nice key ring. It's of Applejack from My Little Pony, and that is like my new keychain that I have. So it's a nice
oh
little
God!
thing.
Of course, it's my little Of course, it's My Little Pony. Of
That is one of my gifts,
course,
and
it's My Little Pony.
from the same person, I got a sign as well, which is just wacky, and I'll be showing the picture of that for sure. It's peak.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, I guess I'll go next. This is You guys finally talked me into it. I've assiduously avoided
Yeah.
models for a very, very, very long time because the last time I collected them, I ended up with a bunch of worthless junk that
Onward.
I never did anything with it, right?
Yeah.
So I never got, so I was like a lore guy, a book guy, because you can read books over and over again.
Yeah.
You can't do it so much with models. You build them once and like that's it. When you do
You
it
can
after
play
that,
with them
right?
after you build
So
them.
you can play with your peepees after you build them. This is true.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for the people to be like, what the fuck are they talking about in the comments section?
Oh yeah.
So
This is why I love. This is why we're doing this video.
anyways, this is the very first train model I've ever gotten. This is N scale,
Yep. Tiny.
and it is. I found a guy on eBay who's 3D printed. I think it's 3D printing
I believe so.
entire, literal entire detailed armored trains. He's got a Panzerzug 32 BP-44 hybrid. He's got a BP, one of the Russian ones as well.
Yeah.
Now, so I decided instead of buying the whole train and risking, like getting a really piece of junk,
Yeah.
I said, I'll get one car, which I can add to like any train I want to.
Yeah.
So the one I went for was this one. So I'm going to open it now. I'm going
All
to open
right,
it
you
now. I'm going
haven't
to put
opened
down
it yet,
my.
have you?
Well, I have opened it, so I know what's inside, but I'm
All right.
opening. But I'm pretending to open it for the first time.
No,
So
Lord. When you realize this is not getting edited out, we're just having a ball.
yeah. So yeah, the only problem is I'm like recording right now from my pad, and I don't like have a thing to like prop it up or anything. So
Technically,
yeah,
I'm
this is
recording.
well, yeah. He's recording it on
Sorry.
cat.
Yeah, that was Cat being an asshole.
Mein Führer.
The cat is being a partisan, literally. But yeah, go ahead. But yeah, technically, I'm recording through OBS on my end for the call. But yeah, he's got his tablet, so it's not as good for propping up.
So here's the inside of the thing.
Yeah.
And fortunately, I have a friend who wants to. Here's the labeling: German SSY wagon with flak 38 and wheels and couplers, resin kit.
Very nice. Yeah.
Which
Oh, it's
right here.
resin printed. Fun. Resin printing is interesting because it can have a lot of defects. Not sponsored. I bought a resin kit a while back from Renault's Euro Imports, as they're called, which is one of the most poorly rated Euro import model train stores in the U.S., but also the only one you can get certain models through in the U.S. And
Mm.
the resin was so badly done that like certain parts are just permanently stuck together, and I can't get them off their sprue to actually fully assemble the kit. And it was a frustrating experience. I have that kit in my bedroom right now.
Well, you're going to be insanely jealous if that's the case because this is literally in three parts.
Nice.
The I just yeah, because I've already looked at the inside of this thing, so I already know it's like really nice quality. But this is the whole thing right here.
That is good quality. Yeah,
I
that's
mean, it's
because
literally just
that's also
it's
because
just
it's
the way
yeah. Go ahead.
it's literally just like the wagon and like you got the flak 38 quad
Yeah,
turrets and that's it. You just gotta put those in
yeah,
and and then paint it and Bob's your uncle.
yeah. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good quality, and the reason I chose smaller was, well, first of all, nobody else, I don't think anybody else is really doing these like this, in any size.
HO scale
Uh,
has some, but they're mostly made in China, and most of the Chinese people now, because of President Trump's tariffs, won't ship to America. Otherwise, I would have gotten a motorized model Panzertriebwagen 16 by now in the HO scale, but you know. Ah!
yes.
When we do our
So,
yeah,
anyways,
I'm trying.
I'm trying to be very careful here because I don't want
Yeah,
to
you can be
break this
careful
thing.
with models.
So, yeah, as you can see, the flak 38 turrets on this thing are
Yeah,
tiny, and they would just plug in
yeah,
to they look like they pretty much just like they've got like pre-mounted pedestals, so they
yeah.
just plug in. They just plug in here
Very
at,
nice.
bo- uh, at either end. So this is actually really nice. Like the bogies and everything are
Yeah,
already attached, as far as I
that's
can
good.
tell.
You'll have to get track to put it on as a display piece eventually, unless you want to run it. Then you have to find like a locomotive that you want to use. I can probably help you out with that. Speaking of,
Well, the thing is,
yeah,
I got this specifically because I was going to get the whole armor to see how
yeah,
good the quality of the individual car was. Then I was going to get like the whole kit
yeah.
because I
I
got
don't.
like the whole armor train.
Yeah, I don't know if the whole train kit with the engine actually has a motor though, or if you need to source a motor from
No,
somewhere.
it doesn't. It doesn't have a motor.
Yeah, so we'll need to figure out where to source a motor from for you for it.
I'm not going to bother because I'm only going to be using it for display. I'm not going to be using it to run
Valid.
around. Yeah, because I just don't have the room, and quite
Yeah.
frankly, the idea of assembling a very expensive train to run it around and potentially break it
Yeah,
seems foolish to me.
that's
So
valid.
I
These are just
mostly got this. Yeah, I mostly got this as because it's like looked really nice,
Yeah.
and I wanted to have something I could like put there, like we could use it like to display. We could make points with it,
Yeah.
during videos
Mark.
and what have you. And it's nice and small and compact, so
Yeah.
I've got the room for it.
I've got a model coming
Okay,
in February, thanks
you
to Joey, the channel admin, has a model coming in for me in February, essentially, and it's also an N
okay
scale.
you
Go ahead.
yeah. Yeah, so I was about to say you next, but you're already going next.
Yeah. On the topic of N scale, I won't be able to show it off until February when it arrives from Japan because it has to get imported. Thankfully, because of eBay, import fees were already included with the item, so I don't have to worry too badly then. Joey has purchased it for me and has it en route, and that would be nice because I want to make a model, or not just a model in bigger scales of this train, but also a possibly documentary or video about her. We'll see.
Yeah. So, fun fact,
Yep.
because of this book, I have armored train books about armored trains in English, Italian, Russian, German,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's at least four languages
Now,
officially that I have books about armored trains in.
yeah. Now we'll turn it into a PDF, but the Warhorse did get me earlier in the year because it was cheaper to ship it to me and not him in Canada. He did get me a book about South African stuff, so I scanned it at the local library, and we'll have to make that new PDF file and link it. But I think y'all will really enjoy that.
Yeah, unfortunately, there isn't really all that much in there about South Africa because I read it, and it turns out that like the
Yeah.
only thing in there actually about South Africa is like that single trolley,
Well, it has your
and
profile
the
on the
rest
train, yeah.
that was a Spanish Civil War train.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna complain. It's still a very cool historic document to have because it's from like New Zealand in the
Yes,
90s.
it is. Okay, speaking of very cool historic documents to
Yeah.
have, next thing up on our list is literal World War II from 1942 German magazine about
Yeah.
Panzerzugs.
An original 1942 historic, which is fucking awesome.
YouTube, this is hate speech. Demonetize us. Do it. Do it
Attack us
now.
like you
Do
fuck.
it.
Oh,
We're right here.
we'll
We're
get to that.
right here. Do it. Do it now.
The reason we say this is because earlier in the year we tried to upload historic archive footage, which under United States law is legally classified as protected speech. I will gladly pull
Yeah.
up and show that on screen right now. That'll be shown on screen right now. You can literally
Yeah,
see
it was literally it was just footage of a German armored train. It it was just
it
footage
was
of a German armored train.
historic
I
archive.
tried uploading it. I tried uploading it on my channel.
Yeah,
It got immediately taken down. We tried uploading it on
we
our
got a warning
channel.
for hate
It's
speech.
sick.
We got a warning for
Yeah,
hate speech,
yeah,
and I tried to appeal, and their fucking artificial intelligence machine, their clanker, decided, oh, we won't let you appeal. We'll instantly deny it because fuck the United States laws. We're fucking retards. And
yeah. The
absolutely,
YouTube
yeah.
algorithm.
That is one of the
The
big
YouTube.
channel pieces of news for this year is that we got a fucking mark for something that is legally protected. So YouTube violated
Yeah.
major law with this.
The YouTube algorithm has been broken for a very long time, and
Yeah,
AI is just the next
yeah.
thing, basically.
And there's no
So,
way to contact a person at all. Now, another foot channel that posts archive footage did recently hit a milestone where they successfully beat the AI and got it repealed on their end for their channel with footage. Hopefully, that is a good sign that the tides are finally turning in our favor as historians. Remember, being a historian
well,
is the most dangerous thing. They say being an underwater welder is the most dangerous job. No, being a historian is, because you get labeled as hate speech, you get labeled as a Nazi, you get labeled as all sorts of people just by stating facts, which are not biased in any way, just facts.
not even stating facts, just showing it, just
Showing a
showing
train.
images.
Showing a train. Well, we are sharing a fact. We're sharing the fact that this type of train existed. This type of train that you say no one in their right mind would build existed. Armored trains were real.
Yeah.
Deal with it no matter how stupid you think they are or how you think, oh, nobody ever used them. Deal with the truth. It does not care.
Just blow up the tracks, dipshits!
Yeah. Oh, we'll talk. That'll be talked about in a video for 2026 for sure. But yeah. So, we're going to make fun of YouTube for that. And, unfortunately, we had to postpone the
Oh,
Christmas special for this year.
I've got a meme video
Yeah.
already made specifically about YouTube's hate speech policies.
Yeah. We've got a parody video that was supposed to be released for YouTube this year, but because of laptop issues on my end and the drama of getting a new cable that was delayed by a week because Amazon was fucking stupid, we weren't able to get the video released, so it's been bumped to next year. It will be good, and we'll be making fun of YouTube in it. So, it'll become a Christmas classic, I hope.
Okay, next thing on, do you have a thing, or do you want me to show my next thing?
The next gift on my end was a book about, funnily enough, a railroad line in Australia, which is pretty awesome. I'll show that off. It's about like the Zigzag Railway of Australia, and it's a cool book.
Zigzag Railway.
Yeah, but aside from all of that, you can go show your stuff now because I don't really have anything else to show.
Now,
so
can I get a drum roll? Dun dun dun.
Sorry.
Dun dun.
Oh, the big
dun 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 dun.
That might be the best. And that is official Royal Engineers, right?
Yeah, this is reprinted directly from 1905 textbooks.
This is one of the oldest and most important historical documents we may have in the collection right now because of what it contains. I think you said it contains drawings.
Look
right?
How thick this boy is.
How expensive was it?
This didn't actually cost that much. It was like $80, I think.
$80? For something that valuable, only 80 bucks. Jesus Christ, I expected it to be almost 1,000.
These are commonly in print, apparently.
Wow. Let's go.
Because these are deemed open content, so you can get like the printed versions, or you can go like online and they're online for free.
We can use these a lot then in the channel. This
is all open content. But this literally was written by the Royal Engineers, who basically, this has every single thing that happened to the railroads or around the railroads during the Anglo-Boer War, which was the first war that saw the large-scale use of armored trains.
Yeah,
by the way.
Technically, the first proper use of armored trains was the American Civil War. I have a book where that's touched on, but it's fine.
Yeah, but they had like 20 of them in this war at the end of it.
Yeah, this war, they were much more. This was the first widespread use.
Yeah, I mean, people don't realize how big South Africa was. You know, it's like when people are like talking about invading Venezuela now. One guy said, "You're talking about invading a country that's like the size of 3 European countries put together."
Yeah.
In terms of sheer, as if it's no big deal, and most of that is a lot of that is impenetrable jungle and mountains that will funnel your troops basically into places where they're going to get bogged down and going to get slaughtered.
Yeah.
So South Africa is similar size-wise. It's basically the size of 3. I think it was Belgium, France, and Germany or Switzerland put together. So that is the scale. And most of that was completely open, dry as dust.
Desert,
and pretty much desert. So that is the and this is before they have like cars or trucks or anything.
Yeah.
So the railroads were even more incredibly important in that war than they would remain in any war afterwards.
Yeah. The railroads were like the primary way in that region.
Yeah, and I'll like open it to like the section specifically on armored trains, which is quite extensive.
Yeah.
Where
What
I
you're
think,
hearing, subscribers, what you're hearing is that we're going to be referencing this book a lot in future. We're going to be referencing
so
this book
yeah,
a significant portion in our work.
yeah, there's a whole part of this book devoted to the operations of the armored trains. And this is basically the first codified use of armored trains,
Yeah.
really.
So it's
So
like this
I
book
think also
is a big resource that we'll use in the channel.
this is going to basically be a Bible. Can I flip my camera around?
Yeah, I don't know.
So this is the first page of the armored train section, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure right here it
Yeah.
talks about the train that Winston Churchill got wrecked.
Oh, I love it.
It doesn't mention him by name because this is written by professionals,
Yeah.
but it mentions because I know that the armored train incident, and it also says that it made the trains fall into disrepute. But it also says basically in the early days they didn't know what the hell they were really doing. The armored trains had no
Yeah.
specific mission, so they fell afoul of the enemy for that very reason.
Yeah.
And it mentions that they had two armored trains that suffered similar fates, and it was only later that the armored trains saw much larger scale usage once they figured
Yeah.
out what the hell they were doing with them.
I forget which war it was, but
So
there was a train named Semba, which is kind of funny that the British used that was an armored train, and one of
that
the
would have been Egypt.
yeah,
I think that would have been Egypt.
one of the pages I'm friends with on Facebook was has posted photos of that train, and I'll show those photos as well and give them the proper link.
But one of the coolest things in here, especially if you can find the online document to get like better images, hopefully,
Yeah.
is you got photo after photo after photo of blown up bridges and diagrams of how they repaired them. Like for
Yeah.
example,
I'll see if I can find us a PDF of the book, and I'll share it in the description if I find it. If not, I'll also comment
and
if I couldn't find it.
one of the things I find interesting is that almost all the repairs that they did, especially to bridges,
Yeah.
are incredibly simplistic. Like they basically just, I'll find like the thing. It's easier
Yeah.
to just show. Um, you got so many photos of armored trains in this. My God, it's good.
Yeah.
So the bridges. Here
Yeah.
we go.
We're at
So
22
like
minutes of
this.
recording, fun fact. So this is a long video because of what it is. And after this, do you
So
have
for,
anything else to share, or are we going to get to the reflection on the channel, Chief? Oh, wow.
so for example,
Wow.
how the bridge was broken and how they fixed it.
That is impressive.
Yeah, a lot of these repairs are very simple. Like they basically just jacked the bridge spans back up into place, and that was
Heavy
it.
repairs, obviously. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, do you need something from me, buddy?
So that gives you an idea. And the other thing I want to share that I literally just got today, actually, and this is for all the anti-AI haters
Yeah.
that say I can't do I have no creativity.
Yeah.
Well, motherfuckers, here's my creativity.
Yeah. Well,
I literally would never have gotten into this if I hadn't gotten AI music first. So
now
you've got anti-creative, soul-destroying AI to blame for me having this
Now,
gorgeous pit of kit.
I am trying to make and shy away from using AI on the White Lion Studios channel. That is one of our goals. But at the same time, we might occasionally use it to help with research, because one thing I've discovered is it's good at pulling links. Have you guys tried navigating the National Transportation Safety Board website? I will take a recording of me trying to navigate that website. It is fucking horrendous. And showing why I have to use AI sometimes to pull accident reports from that site, because fuck the NTSB website is all I'll say.
And to hell with the local music teachers who, for some reason, are incapable of responding to phone calls. And
That is kind of pathetic, honestly.
Yeah, it is. It's a serious problem around here. I don't know what it is, but people around here just don't. I already had like a 6-week course at. Ooh, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, it happens.
My phone is doing weird things. I think
hear
it
you
went to
still, don't
sleep.
worry.
Yeah, like What is going on? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, the local Niagara Conservatory of Music, um, I had an introductory music class
Yeah.
there for like course for like it was like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And I immediately wanted more because I really liked it.
Yeah.
And I talked to them about it, so, longer lessons, etc.
Yeah.
And then they just never got back to me.
Oh. I was in high school and middle school. I was in the orchestra. I was a violinist, and one of the things we did in high school was we learned music editing, which Warhorse has seen one of my edits that was lost media for a while until I managed to resurface it through my Google Classroom account that I made, specifically as an archive dump for certain things.
Yes.
And
Okay. Now let's get to the next part of this channel,
yeah,
of this video.
let's talk about the achievements. Well, I already mentioned one of the big achievements from this year. It wasn't at the beginning, though, was finding that piece of lost media, which will eventually be posted probably sometime next year or used in the background of a video. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we
All
started
right.
this year off with a bang on the channel. February 20th, 2025, I did this video myself, but I say we because obviously this is still on the main White Lion Studios channel here. Did a video because I managed to find the ocean liner that suspect that I found the ocean liner, to say it's just a theory. I have no solid evidence other than a lot of things lining up. There's no direct evidence that it is the actual ship or not, but I think I found the ship.
Men have been sent.
Yeah,
Remember, men have been sent to their deaths for circumstantial evidence before.
I know. But yeah, thank you. Circumstantial was a word I forgot. But yeah, with 7 likes and 1 dislike, actually a good ratio, 74 views, it is a video that I found the ocean liner that Kemba the White Lion was born on. And I was not expecting it to perform that well because my editing was poor and it wasn't scripted properly. There's also the fact, and I incorrectly depict the sinking in it. I learned this with the sinking of the real ship, that I found that it sank stern first. My depiction is that she goes down by the head, by the bow or front. And she actually sinks from the stern, according to an actual group on Facebook who is ran in honor of the people who perished in the incident, and has relatives of some of the victims.
Cool.
So
That's
I have
the world is such a small place, isn't it?
So I have to eventually redo that video, and I intend to do it with significantly better animations, more accuracy, and I also want to make a proper, and I'm working with them to get the actual deck plans of the ship right now, as well as all their other builders' details, make a perfectly, or probably not going to be perfect, but a very good detailed 3D model of the actual ship in accuracy, before and after her modifications, which I didn't know in detail at the time I wrote that either. That is something I found out about within the past 3 months. So that is a big
Okay.
achievement. We started the video off with a bang and the year off with a bang. And for 2026, we're actually planning to start that year off with a different literal bang. Do you want to mention our plans for our big video that start 2026, Warhorse? As it was your idea.
Um. Do we really want to risk dropping that here and having somebody else take it out from under us?
Actually, that's a good point.
Especially,
Let's just say we're going to start 2026 off, hopefully with a bigger bang than the Kemba video.
let's just say it involves a train exploding and leave it at that.
Yeah, it involves, well, we're not going to blow up a rail train. We're not Capital City Rail fan or Sebastian DeYoung. Fuck those people. It involves something from media. And it will also start off a new
Yes.
series about trains and media. So,
It involves something from media of a person that we hate with the most deepest and beloved passion of the kind of hatred that you can only reserve for somebody who
yeah.
regularly shits on things you love,
But
basically.
yeah, we're going to be. It is going to hopefully be the start of a new series as well, involving trains and media. So we're gonna really hope you enjoy that. That is the plan for the
Yes.
beginning of this year, which will be worked on and in progress when this video goes up on New Year's. That'll hopefully
Okay,
two
so
videos for January.
yeah.
Now let me go through.
Now we have to talk about the Now we have to. Something else we're planning on doing is we're planning on literally just
Yeah.
reading some of this stuff.
Yeah. Now,
Because it's interesting stuff.
well, I'm not done talking about the stuff, the achievements, but we'll get there. Because if I go to the other achievements, and now we really get to a big one, March 16th, 2025, with 1,356 views, 23 comments, 31 likes, 5 dislikes. Title is
Which one was that?
Unexpected Find Along a Century-Old Abandoned Railway Line, where I walked along an old abandoned industrial rail spur and I moved cities. I'm no longer in the city of Columbus, so going and filming abandoned remnants out there like I want to do more often is going to be extremely difficult because I am over 100 miles away now at the minimum from Columbus. But that video was basically walking along, it was Urbex walking along an abandoned railroad spur and finding an actual half intact switch track, which wasn't expected. That was the unexpected find. That was the unexpected find that is in the title. That video was the second big video of 2025, and it performed significantly better than the Kemba one. And
That is cool.
March 24th, not even that long after, I was much longer video walked along the old Hawking Valley railroad line that serves the water plant in South Columbus, or used to. It only has 4 likes, but that's fine. I tried to take advice in the comments of the Unexpected Find one, where people said pan the camera slower so they can have more time to take things in. I actually tried to listen to my commenters, so, you know. The like to view ratio is still good. Only 106 views, 4 likes. That's good to me. That's good to me. I will
imagine actually listening to your audience. That's a novel concept.
And then, of course, a random bit of journalism. April 5th, 2025, I went out to the Franklinton flood wall at night to journal it because the Franklinton flood wall got raised, and that didn't happen to my knowledge at the time in quite a while. I figured out it did happen like a few years prior. That was
by flood wall being raised, do you mean like in that bizarrely English way where it get raised as it burns to the ground?
No. Raised as in the flood wall is typically down because there's not expected flooding to go that high. Raised as in the rain was so bad that they had to set up the flood wall again and keep flooding from happening. That was a bit of journalism that I dabbled in. We might dabble in a little more journalism about other events for Columbus. I have a documentary planned, probably going to be a few years down the road, unfortunately, because I have to get all the assets together for it. But that'll be fun.
Well, if you want to do a bit of journalism, then I could. I've got and speaking of stuff that we could do, I'm wondering whether I should set up a separate channel for this or put it on our shared channel.
I don't know.
But I've got a bunch of fanfic stories on where basically some crossovers, but except these ones are like actually good. They're not just smashed together like so often happens, where it's like where you get like completely unrealistic verses where like a faction from a universe that you know damn well where that wouldn't happen that way just gets blasted, you know. Like I'm listening to a Warhammer 40K versus Star Trek one, and I'm like, guys, their technology in 40K sucks. The Imperium of Man literally does not know how their shit works, and you're telling me they can just steamroll the Federation that could like literally beam photon torpedoes into their ships and blow them up from the inside out? They did that to a Borg ship once. So yeah, that kind of crap. Or so what I'm doing. So one of the ones I'm working on is I'm working on a video where I am going to tear apart what I personally think is the absolute most terrible warship design in science fiction ever.
Oh yeah. Is it the one from Star Wars?
No, surprisingly not. It is worse. It is not a Star Wars ship at all.
Good.
It is the Musai. It is the Principality of Zeon's Musai class light unquote cruiser. This is what happens.
I'll
This is
tell
what happens when you let somebody who designs high heels and has no experience
you. Oh
in
Lord.
naval warship design
Yeah.
build your mainline cruiser.
Oh
You
Lord.
get the Musai. It's such a god awful design. Like
Bloody hell. Now, you know what's
it is
funny? I just
what?
realized something. 2025 really was the year of like major discoveries that were made by the White Lion Studios channel, by us as a whole. Because think about it,
Mm-hmm,
the ocean liner from Kemba, right? And then the
mm-hmm.
finds on the old Hocking Valley Railroad stuff that was like ancient railroad, in the Columbus, Ohio region, right? Those finds. And then in fucking July 1st, 2025, I end up going out on site and confirming that something I accidentally found through a site called Historic Aerials, an old railroad bridge, is still standing abandoned. And that was probably the craziest find of the year because that is in the middle of an area that
Yeah,
is like full of houses and shit.
you showed me the images of that, and it's literally invisible from the air nowadays.
Yeah, but it's like basically in someone's backyard. Now, it is on public property, or well, I assume public because the property is owned by the city of Columbus. The old railroad right of way is owned by the city of Columbus. I fact checked that through the Franklin County Auditor. And that is technically on public property because I think they're going to convert that old line into a walking trail. I think it's called the Linden Green Line. There are no photos of it in the Linden Green Line plans, indicating that I don't think even the planners remembered that there was a bridge there that they're going to have to deal with for that trail.
That's
And
awesome.
but yeah, that was found sometime in June, and then I went out and confirmed on site, and I think I uploaded the same day, July 1st, 2025. 71 views, one like. Didn't perform as good as my other ones, but it's still a find I'm really happy about because that's kind of a big deal, especially since I now know it's part of the Cleveland, Columbus, and Akron line, railroad line, which means that'll get a full documentary eventually, including my footage where I went out on site in it, because yes,
I
that
just
is a
had an
big
idea.
milestone. Go ahead.
I just we could for if we don't want to like just show our faces, just like have like us talking and just showing
Yeah,
like displaying like the stuff on screen.
that's what I'm gonna do as
We
the
could
video.
you could edit it so that we're using like all that Choo Choo Charles B-roll that we have.
Oh Lord.
That way, there's something actually interesting to look at while we're talking
Well,
for the
no, what I'm
most
gonna
part.
do, instead of editing Charles footage, I'm gonna actually edit what we're talking about over it. That is why it's gonna take me a while to edit this,
Yeah,
because I have to go through and actually get the footage downloaded and edit it in. You're getting to learn a little bit of behind the scenes for the channel as well, guys. On our process of
yeah.
this video, we're leaving this
Because
in.
we're also brainstorming.
Yeah,
Also in terms of stuff that we need to start working back on again.
yeah,
We have got a really interesting concept. What if the Atlantic Wall, yes, the one that Hitler
yeah,
built that he made Europe pay for,
yeah.
because Hitler was superior to Trump as a villain in every conceivable way. He
Oh
actually
Lord.
built the wall and actually made people pay for it.
Yeah,
Um,
Hitler was scary. Hitler would
so
have killed me. So
we
you know.
we had this I had this idea. What if the
Yeah,
Atlantic Wall was actually smart and not built by a bunch of morons who
yeah,
sank all this money for these massive bunker emplacements that couldn't
yeah.
be moved once what if it was mobile?
This was the Warhorse's idea. This was the Warhorse's idea. I'm just gonna help with the footage, because
Yeah,
obviously we're here.
we have got a bunch of trains assets where we're basically using pre-existing
Yeah,
types of German fortifications,
yeah,
but where we're using them in like a much smarter
yeah.
way so that the whole thing can basically be moved to wherever it needs to be instead of just being a bunch of bunkers and turrets and super expensive shit just all over the damn
Now,
place.
speaking of Iron Warhorse's ideas, we're going to be getting, and this is another channel achievement, is our channels technically merged, kind of, sort of, anyway, kind of, sort of,
Kind of, sort of, kind of,
and
sort
that
of.
was this year as well. August 17th, 2025, Iron Warhorse is posted on the White Lion Studios channel with 6 likes, no dislikes, so 339 views. So really good stats there for the number of views. The Marquis Resistance ambush of
Yeah.
Panzerzug 32 from the 1946 film La Bataille du Réau. And good footage right there of an actual authentic Panzerzug that was used in a movie afterwards. Courtesy of Warhorse here.
Panzer's 32.
Yep. So
It is, as far as I'm aware, it is the single longest armored train
yeah,
battle scene ever filmed.
yeah, and it is authentic
And
equipment.
yeah, it was literally they literally used the actual Panzerz 32 that French forces
Yeah,
captured in France,
and
completely intact.
yeah, and then
It's
we
absolutely
it
incredible.
is, and
And
then
once again, it proves these things existed. They
it
were
does,
used and they were taken seriously.
it does. There's another video as well. There's another movie as well that uses Panzertriebwagen 16. It is a Polish film called Red Rowan from the 60s. We'll be talking about Panzertriebwagen 16 in our own documentary at some point. It's to the point where I'm going to commission the model maker who made the trains model I have of her to do the flakens. I'm going to ask if he's
Yeah,
willing to take payment for that so we can get that piece done. That'll help.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
we go to September 15th, 2025, with 2 likes, 0 dislikes, 48 views. Evolution of an armored train. How Strackenschutzug Staten became Panzerzug 51, which is set to be remastered because we've got more info now. Go check out the original
Yeah, and
before we remaster it, of course. By
that
Iron
was
Warhorse.
on that was on my other channel that I
Yeah,
tried to start up just about armored trains. The one that got your attention actually and got you to
yeah.
contact me, and
It
it had
is.
like 45 likes. It had 45
Yeah.
likes originally on that channel,
What?
and then YouTube got me, and then you fucking YouTube got me for hate speech.
Yeah, for archive footage and talking about factual based evidence and not evidence, factual based topics.
Oh
Historical.
yeah, and I also got a copyright strike from a company that doesn't own the film
Yeah,
for La Bataille du Rail because I used to have the entire film
yeah,
uploaded for several months, and
yeah,
then several months down the road, some fucking bot shows up. Hey, we're going to make some money from you,
yeah,
motherfucker, and copyrights and deleted that movie,
yeah,
gave me a copyright strike, despite the fact that there is no DVD available of it. I don't think
yeah,
there's even VHS of it available.
yeah,
It's never been translated. It's never been subtitled. It is a
yeah.
completely French movie from 1946.
That video will become remastered, and we'll also be using footage from the game Train Z, which is we've learned I like to use for documentaries as well because that will help significantly in having our own
So,
animations. We're gonna
so I
remaster it,
basically,
but do check the
I
original.
basically, I basically joined Green Star to fight the algorithm because I was sick and tired of it.
Yeah, and I have
I
already
realized that,
had my fair share of fights with the system that I've won. The first loss was the copyright, or not copyright, it was a hate speech strike, or warning. It wasn't a strike, but warning.
we are doing so many memes about that. Hitler
We are
rant
making one of
parodies the
YouTube.
works.
And then we get
Yes,
to another
because
good Iron Warhorse video, the assimilation dance, which was done using AI, I believe, but it is fun, and it has four likes.
it's
It has
it's literally if the Borg Queen opened up a
yeah,
discotheque, basically, which makes sense. She
yeah,
literally flies around in a diamond, for God's sake.
yeah.
Why wouldn't she open a techno
It is
disco?
4 likes, 1 dislike, and it's fine. And then next
And no hate.
On October 4th as well, we have Die Deutsche Wochenschau number 665, June 2nd, 1943, Kriegsmarine 15th, Vorposten Flofstadt. I can't German right now, sorry. But it has 4 likes, 174 views, no dislikes, so that performed very well. And then
Yeah,
October
that is
5th.
And let me give some explanation of
Yeah,
what
yeah,
that
yeah.
one's about. So much like I'm into like obscure military stuff that most people ignore and doesn't get
As
into
am
the
I.
documentaries because it's not glamorous enough.
Yeah,
But without these things, the rest of the cool stuff wouldn't be able to exist. So
exactly.
a Verpoosten boot is literally just
Yeah,
a fishing trawler that has been commandeered by the Kriegsmarine and armed.
that is
And
funny.
these were the primary patrol and escort vessels that were used in large numbers in by all navies of World War One and Two. By the way, not just the Germans, but the Germans especially armed theirs to the freaking teeth. And I have found a bunch of footage of these more or less
Yeah.
completely unknown, but absolutely vital and very cool armed fishing ships many cases engage in aerial combat.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that we'll eventually be doing documentaries about these things because, come on, they're fucking awesome. But
It's one of those things that's very obscure and has very little
yeah,
documentation about it and almost nothing written about it. That's part of the
yeah.
problem. It's
So
it's
it's
like armored
pretty great.
trains in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're to me they're kind of like the armored trains of the water
Yeah.
because they're these absolutely essential things that existed that
Yeah.
were in many cases just thrown together modifications of existing things rapidly done to get something out there, and almost nobody knows about them. They play an absolutely vital role and they get no love or appreciation. So
Yeah, unfortunately. Now,
yeah,
we also have, and this is the day after October 5th, 2025, Panzerzug 10 Kampfzug B defending Licky Railroad Junction in Rostov, January 27th, 1943. With two
I
light.
identified the exact location.
Yep,
I was good with that
that
research.
is peak. 84 views, 2 likes, no dislikes, so that is an achievement. And then
Yes.
moving up to October 9th, we get USS Enterprise is surrounded by Romulan Bro class bird prize, the Enterprise incident at it, and it has 109 views, 4 likes, no dislikes, but it has a copyright, claim on it. It's fine. It doesn't
Who cares?
it doesn't restrict the video, thankfully.
I just did that for fun
Yeah,
because the whole thing about the quote click because
yeah,
I'm going to do a video about this that the Klingon bird of prey isn't actually a Klingon bird of prey.
yeah,
Even the one that they use like in large numbers in
yeah,
like as late as like the Dominion War, just look at the damn thing.
yeah,
It doesn't look like any of the other Klingon ships around it. It is built like a Romulan ship. It has the red wings and feather
yeah,
patterns that is specifically mentioned in that in the Balance of Terror as being
yeah,
a Romulan signature feature, and yet it's introduced in Star Trek for the first time. It's got a Klingon crew,
yeah,
despite the fact that it is clearly a Romulan ship.
yeah.
So I'm going to be doing a lore video, which maybe you want to help me out with,
That would be fun.
basically asking the question: how the hell did the Klingons end up using not just what a few of these things? Because this isn't an isolated. They
Several.
have like large numbers of. They have
Yeah,
large numbers of these damn things.
yeah,
So how did the Klingons end up using what was effectively an enemy ship in
yeah.
huge numbers?
Now,
You
let's
know,
get
does
to
it
the
make
blunder.
sense?
Let's get to the October 21st, 2025 blunder. Somehow has
Let's
one
get to
like
the
out of 23 views.
the partisans. This is the part where we became the partisans, where we got into infighting and
Yeah,
stupidity, and every sin we could commit, we committed on this one. So let's
and we
start.
fucked up so badly because we didn't even like one. There were things that were mentioned as important that weren't put in the script and in the actual Google Doc for the script, which led to problems. And it's like I ended up going full Hitler rant on the poor warhorse here. It was bad.
Yeah, he was Elon Musk texting me.
I literally was.
He was Elon. I literally just turned off the phone. I'm like, I'll give you 2 hours to Elon Musk text me, and then I'll get back to you once you cool
And
down.
2 hours later, I'm pretty sure I was still going.
He was literally
I'm not saying that is acceptable behavior, guys. Please do
no.
not try to be perfectionist. It will lead to stupid shit and nearly losing good friends. Do not be a
The
perfectionist.
good There are three completely insane people in our channel. I'm the only sane person.
No, you're not. None of us are sane.
Well, are you scared? We're all scared. You have to be crazy not to be scared.
Exactly. But yeah, that was the Choo Choo Charles video, which we will be redoing. We'll have to redo.
The concept was sound, but everything after the concept was
We
fucked
also
up.
we also only gave ourselves 2 weeks, which sure, this video only has about 5 days, but this is a very on the spot kind of video where we're just being spontaneous anyway, and it's easy enough to get the footage together because it already exists on the channel and just edit it into the spots we're talking about. So I
Yeah,
can do that.
we included part of the one big part of the problem was a bunch of jokes that only we would understand, and the
Yeah,
audience would be like, "What the fuck are they even talking about?"
but yeah,
So
there was a lot of
those are gone.
that
Yeah,
we'll be redoing that video eventually. Maybe not this year, or maybe not 2026, maybe 2027, because we've got a lot to do this year, which we're gonna get in.
yeah, we're going to say
We've learned a
that
lot.
will be our next Halloween special. How's that
Yeah.
sound?
The big lesson I think we learned is give ourselves more time when planning certain major videos.
And do not get expectations sky high before you
Yeah,
even finish. Like
we've
Jesus,
got
because
yeah, we've got nearly a month for the
don't
first big video of that. Technically, this could be considered the first big video of 2026, but no, this is just the recap and reflection of 2025 and our goals going forward to not be stupid, basically.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, we are huge. We needed to fail to succeed.
Yeah, we are giving ourselves almost a month because obviously we'll have 2 videos in July. This one on July 1st, and then the next big video late July that is going to be about the topic we're not revealing yet. It'll be the surprise.
I just had a funny idea. What if
Yeah,
the thumbnail for this is like
yeah.
task failed successfully?
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Either way,
Because we learned so much from our big failure
yeah.
that's going to make our channel better.
We've learned from both our successes and failures. Like the Kemba Ocean
And it's
Liner
like,
video. I've learned that we need
oh,
to
you know
script
what we could
things.
do? Oh my God, you know what we could do?
What?
Replace my face with Choo Choo Charles's face.
Oh,
Task failed successfully.
oh Lord, yes.
We need to do that. We're
Yes,
doing that.
we're doing that.
We're doing it.
We're doing that in the
We're doing it.
thumbnail, and then we're just gonna
Task failed
like one of the pictures of
successfully.
me, and then we're just gonna put
Yeah,
Zugs in the background.
yeah. It could like or we could just like use the derailment scene from that French movie and be like, task failed successfully.
Oh
We'll do better
Lord,
next time.
yes.
So
We'll figure it out,
no,
guys.
we have me with my thumb
Well,
like
this
this,
is
and then
just
like
the
the train
video
just going
thumbnail,
off.
funnily enough. But yeah,
Yeah,
with the Kimba Ocean Liner video, I've learned I need to actually script things. With the Choo Choo Charles video, we've learned that scripting things works, but we need to give ourselves more time. And we need to
yeah.
do the scripts properly. Like, we've learned lessons.
And we need to communicate way better and not
We
make
do.
changes without consulting. No changes without consultation.
Exactly. So, yeah, we at the brand have learned a lot. And the funny thing is I think YouTube tried to, like, shadow block us from getting new views and new shit. But you know what's funnier?
What?
So I think YouTube tried to. But if I go to my actual analytics and look at audience, we have been
Mm-hmm.
steadily gaining subscribers still, even after YouTube being stupid and giving us that hate speech warning. We have still been steadily gaining subscribers, even if our videos have been getting less views.
Yeah,
So,
even my channel has been steadily getting
yeah,
subscribers, despite the fact that I post completely random shit whenever I
yeah.
feel like it.
Now, obviously, there's videos that are like within the past 28 days. Trains video that I did a couple years ago about Project Germania or Germania, however you pronounce it, from March 18th of 2024. That video where I reviewed those trains assets has a astonishing 204 views over the last 28 days. My train crash shorts are very popular, and then in fourth place we have the Battle of the Rails footage posted by Warhorses on the channel. Now,
Yeah, that
those
is
are just
just
new.
beautiful
If I go
scene.
to casual, we have it with 135. Again, no surprise, the Trains Project Germania. Immediately below that, the short Panzerzug, the BP-42 Panzerzug plus Panhard Schienenpanzer short with 18 views.
And that's the one, by the way, that got hate speech. That's the one that got hate speech.
That got hate speech originally. And then with regular,
there isn't even a swastika.
No.
They're not even doing anything for most of the video. They're not even shooting anything for most of the video.
And then with regular,
it's just like the last 5 seconds.
Yeah, and then with regular, again, Project Germania leading the fucking way, because people like the Breitsverband, apparently. And then below that, the meme that I made, like, as soon as the first day I got my laptop working again with the new cable, I made a meme called Clanka Stole My Job, which is a reference to, Order Video, which is, racial slur stole my bike from, like, 16 years ago. It gets stuck in your head. And I did the vocals for that and just edited it myself using footage from the Postman Pat movie.
Remember, people, some of the most violent shit in history was the result of thing coming to steal my job, and then people overreacting, and then people getting killed because of overreactions.
Yeah. So, the channel's done good. The channel's been doing surprisingly well this year. And we hope to start next year good. Let's start talking about some of our plans for next year. Other than the surprise video,
okay.
What else do we want?
I will still be listening. I'm just going to be going to get something to drink. I will be back. So you keep talking. I'll be listening, and I'll be also talking.
All right. So obviously we have the special video planned for late January of 2026. We're also going to start a new series where we read a manga from 1959. And each chapter will be like a month. It'll be like monthly installments. Like each chapter is its own video. Each chapter, therefore, is posted like we post like once a month. It'll give us almost 2 years of content.
My favorite drink in the world. This is not sponsored. This is the literal nectar of the gods. And I have my own personal supply.
Tea. 99 cents if you can find it.
I have my own personal supplier who basically sells cases of this stuff to me at cost.
Valid. Yeah, it's like 99 cents where I am. If you get lucky and find it in the right spot, it's 99 cents.
This is made in Canada.
Arizona. Nice.
Made in Canada.
But yeah, if you find the right spot here in the United States, it's still 99 cents a can, and I love Arizona. Though if you want alcoholic iced tea, not sponsored, I do drink Twisted Tea. My favorite is extreme. Fight me.
Meanwhile, if you want Cozy Shack rice pudding, sponsored, not really, but we're going to do that. We are going to do that parody ad at some point. We need to get around to that at some point.
We'll figure it out eventually. But yeah,
Cosma Shack.
Yeah. But yeah, the outlook for 2026 is good, and given that reading this manga, there's like 21 chapters, that's like 21 months worth of content right there at the minimum. So it's like, that's almost 2 years of guaranteed once-a-month videos if we do that.
Plus, we could do detailed history of the railways of the South African Wars ASMR. Where I literally just read mind-numbing tables of what got blown up this time and how we fixed it for like an hour or something.
But yeah, there's a lot of plans, obviously, and with the manga thing, that'll give us guaranteed monthly content while we work on the bigger projects, basically. We're thinking about you, the viewers, and how to make y'all happy. So if y'all, who I'm hoping have made it this far to the outlook for 2026 and onward, please drop comments down below. What do you want? What are some ideas for us as historians?
Don't forget, like, subscribe, and just share us around.
Spread the word.
Let people know that we're doing cool. We're trying to do cool and different stuff.
If you have archive footage you want to send our way for us to use, we have a channel email, realwhitelionstudios@gmail.com. It is mentioned in the About section of the channel. We
have a variety of Armored Train related video scripts in various stages of completion. We just need to get around to doing them.
We need to get around to making the dioramas. We're going to the most completed we have that we just need a couple models for and obviously get the dioramas made for is the Panzertriebwagen 16 documentary, which is going to be a massive undertaking because that's going to be at least an hour long.
Yeah, and I'm writing one about what was it, Panzer? Not
Yeah.
that Soviet one, BP-1, which
Yeah.
most people don't know about. But it was like the final boss of armored trains,
Yeah.
and it is also the last series produced armored train ever built by anybody. And technically, parts of it still exist,
Yeah.
which
Like,
is
we've got bold plans going on. We've got big ideas. We're going to have some fun with it, basically.
going to have us some fun. Going to have
And
us some fun.
by doing this type of content, we're really going to get into it. I think the thing that takes the most time is obviously getting physical models, getting money together to commission. I do have a job now. I do have a paid job now on my end, so getting money isn't as hard. But considering I'm only paid the bare minimum wage for the state of Ohio, about 10.70 an hour, that's not very livable. Because I also have to pay rent, I have to pay phone bills, I have to buy my own food every now and then. I buy some of my own food snacks. Because I eat a
But
lot.
hey, that's capitalism, baby.
I mean, sure, we get tips on top of it because of where I work, but it's still not much. So if y'all want to see certain projects finished sooner, we have a coffee page, we have a Patreon page. You can become monthly subscribers. We're gonna work out our perks tiers. We're gonna rework our Patreon tiers a little bit so we can have better perks for each tier. We're gonna
And let's not
have
forget
coffee
that
benefits.
YouTube's algorithm has basically made it all but impossible for new channels to get off the ground at all at this point.
Yeah, we're
So
figuring
we
it out.
will be almost completely dependent upon your
Well,
support.
because we're talking history, it'll be difficult to monetize as is, and hopefully we can get to a point of selling merch for the channel, which will be nice.
Yes. The only part where that might become a problem is that there's a Mason-Dixon line between
Yeah,
you and me right now,
yeah,
and so we would have to, we would literally need to make stuff affordable. We would
yeah,
probably need separate distributors on both ends. That's
yeah,
the only
because
issue with
one
that.
of us is in the States, one of us is in Canada, obviously.
That's what I'm calling the American border from now on until things change. It's the Mason-Dixon line
I mean, they're trying to
because
make it into the Maginot Line, or is that the U.S. Mexico border? They're trying to make the Maginot Line 2.0. I don't know.
no, that would be the Atlantic Wall, which Hitler actually did succeed in building and making Europe pay for it.
Oh Lord. But yeah, we're gonna be. There's a lot we're gonna do. It's gonna be good.
But then but then some Canadians and Americans and
Yeah,
British and French came along and blew it up. So
yeah. So the outlook is good for the year. We've got a lot of plans. We've got series plans. We've got plans for. Also, we need to figure out how to get Minecraft working for the Warhorse because the Warhorse really wants to play
oh
Minecraft, but
god,
Microsoft has been
I
saying,
want to play Minecraft so much, but Microsoft, because fuck you, Microsoft,
yeah,
won't. I buy the game and then it won't acknowledge that I own the fucking game.
yeah, because it won't let them like install. We'll have to do research into this. I'll ask around in the Minecraft groups I'm in for some help as well, because if we can do that, we can get Warhorse in on Minecraft series that are also in the planning work.
Yes, I like literally one of the first things we suggested doing on this channel was like a horror,
Yeah,
Minecraft horror thing. You know,
yeah,
where I would literally be the virgin who's
yeah,
like being chased by the monsters or whatever. You know,
yeah.
and
But
it was
yeah,
like such a cool idea, and they got all worked up for it. And then,
Microsoft said
sorry,
fuck you. That was before I
yeah,
moved. I moved out of Columbus like 4 months ago at this point, and I've been working for
yes.
about 2 months. Finally. But there's another problem is that because it's now no longer the peak season where I work, my hours are probably going to get cut a bit. So funding is going to be a bit hard still. So again, we ask for your support. We hate having to do this,
Yes.
but YouTube does not like small history channels. As
No,
we've
we
proved.
shouldn't. Don't hate doing it. We are literally here, giving people free stuff that they would never get otherwise. So
Yeah,
don't hate it. Don't be ashamed to ask.
Well, yeah, this is if y'all want to support, this is a big if. We do ask, if you want to. We're not forcing you. We're not like those people
Yeah,
who will, we're not like those
we're
videos.
giving free.
We're not like
We're
Mr.
giving
Beast.
free
We won't
stuff.
metaphorically hold a gun to your head and say, if you don't support us, 50 million children are gonna die, like fucking Mr. Beast or the other channels that do that shit.
They, were they serious when they said that?
No, I'm making a fucking joke. I'm being sarcastic because
Oh,
Mr. Beast, with
okay,
a lot of his
okay.
earnings, he puts his earnings for his channel back towards helping charities and shit. You know? And it's like,
Okay,
I'm
that's
making a
cool.
joke where it's like, metaphorically, because of how he runs the channel, it's like he metaphorically is pointing a gun at the viewer saying, if you don't support, we won't be able to get enough money to keep doing this.
Yes, if you don't support us, metaphorically, we won't be able to create videos about war crime trains.
Yeah, literally, but no, we're not doing that. We're having fun with it, obviously. It is very fun. It's just like, you know, it's expensive to afford certain things, to commission people to help. And while I know how to make 3D models myself, there are certain things that are beyond my current abilities. I can make simpler armored rail cars. Making things with rounded shapes like circles, I fucking hate. So I gotta commission people for that right now.
Yeah, actually, you did give me a bit of a lesson on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Blender is not something that's easy to get into for a
That was
noob
easy for
at
me
all.
solely because I'm very good. Model railroading helped me get my job, God damn it. But yeah.
Yeah, but for somebody who's like completely new to it,
Yeah.
it's
It's
so
not going to be
all these
guaranteed to
people are
be
like,
easy unless you have a lot of experience doing physical 3D models, like in physical, like model
yeah,
railroading or Lego.
yeah, you already had to have a basic foundation to start to begin with,
Yeah,
and yeah, to translate that onto a computer screen, basically.
yeah. So we do ask that if you guys want to help speed up the production, this is to speed up the production. I'm not saying we won't do it eventually. It's just if you want it to be done faster, we're gonna need some help to afford doing it faster.
Yeah, do it now! Like, subscribe, do it! We're right here now! Do
We're right
it!
here. We're fucking
We're right here now!
we're
Like and
fucking idiots, and I
subscribe!
hope us being idiots is fun. But yeah,
that that should oh my god, we should make that our standard call out for
yeah,
people like and subscribe in all our videos.
yeah.
Do it now, like and subscribe! Get to the armored train!
Now I do have plans as well. Speaking of, I do have plans as well because I now travel a lot more. I do travel a lot more because I'm in areas where there's some reasonable amounts of bus connections that actually work better than Coda. I am in a local train club, so I have access to the train club layout. I am thinking about filming a new series on the train club layout that takes place in the region of Ohio that the club is in.
What's the first rule about Train Club? You don't talk about Train Club. What's the
No, you
second rule?
do. You do talk about train club because the train clubs need more support with there are less and less younger people my age and whatnot getting into the train club, so we need to talk about them more to get more people in.
Oh yeah, I also just joined my local train club, an actual
Yeah.
historical society, as a matter of
Well,
fact.
you're in a historical society. You don't play with model trains like we do.
I don't
There's
play with my pee-pee like you do.
But yeah, so there will be a new series started hopefully this year, and hopefully we can get like one or two, an episode every 1 or 2 months posted of that series as well, and that'll give us more content for the month, and that'll be more of a comedy
I
wacky series.
I just had the best idea for a T-shirt.
Yeah,
I play with my pee-pee.
I was just thinking that. I read your mind. Oh my god. We are two halves of the same idiot right now.
Oh god, that would be perfect. Just to see the looks on people's faces when you wear a
No, 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 no,
T-shirt
no, no,
like
no.
that.
We put like I have models of armored trains. If I can get some good photos of those models, we can probably edit a shirt design. That'll be our first piece of merch.
I could take some historical photographs and like literally just have them put on T-shirts, and with "I play with my pee-pee"
I could
on it.
ask my friend in Poland who runs that page, hey, can we use one of your photos of Panzer Bug in 16 on a t-shirt?
technically, that's not a PP because it was originally German, and those are armored trains.
She's
So
still
yeah,
labeled as a
that would.
PP. She's still labeled as a PP, technically.
Another one we could do like a meme T-shirt or like a
Yeah.
meme sticker where it's like Panzer Zug, Panzer on Zug, Panzer versus Zug,
Oh
Zug versus
Lord.
Panzer,
Oh
where we have like
Lord.
literal images of what we mean, you
That
know?
would be beautiful. We'll figure
Because
it out, guys.
there's like that actual footage of like of that U.S. train smashing right through an M109 Paladin howitzer. So that's Zug versus Panzer,
Oh,
Panzer on Zug, which is literally just a bunch of Panzers on a train. That's simple enough, you know.
Panzerträgerwagen. But yeah,
Yeah, this is a Panzer Trager wagon. It is a wagon that Traggers Panzers.
yeah. We'll figure it out though. We've got ideas for merch. Definitely, we need
It's
to
just,
figure out how
it's
to
just
make
so
merch.
easy to make fun. It is just so easy to make fun of German terms. My God, they're
Yeah.
stupid.
So I mean, I play with my PP is making fun of a Polish term, and then at the very bottom for the bottom text we put Pociąg Pancerny in Polish spelling.
Yeah.
Up top,
I literally I wrote a song where the entire song is just play on that. It's just
yeah.
like a play on the PP
Here's what we
joke.
do. Here's what we do. For top text of the shirt, I play with my PP. Middle image. The image is in the middle. It's a picture of an armored train. And then bottom text is Pociąg Pancerny, the actual Polish designation.
Yes, yes,
Don't make me design that
yes.
in MS Paint real quick, because I could fucking do that.
Do it.
Oh my god,
Do
I'm gonna
it.
do that later. I'll do that
Do
tomorrow
it.
after work. I'll do that
All
tomorrow
right.
after work for editing.
So
Yeah.
this is some really actually some really good brainstorming.
Yeah, this
Actually,
is a good
um,
outlook for the future and kind of a bit of our behind the scenes for the outlook. So yeah,
something else though we really need to do.
yeah,
We need to do this episode because this
yeah,
will go along very well with the other episode we're doing on the guy who also hates armored trains.
yeah,
The Churchill incident.
yes.
Because I've got an actual book that describes exactly how Winston Churchill literally got an armored train ambushed and like 20 people killed during the Boer
Hey,
War by basically ignoring the people around
does your
him
book
on the
have
train. He knew what
does
the
your book you just got have photos of the actual train that you suspect it was?
I think that they were all like based on a very
Yeah.
similar design.
If
It was
you
a
have
very
photos of that design, I could try to whip together some models in Blender because that would be fun to animate as well.
well. It was literally just like a normal locomotive with
Yeah,
like two. Yeah, I got images of that. Yeah,
good. I'll
because it
make a
was.
3D model of that. We'll do that sometime this year.
And we need to have like an image of like somebody like what? Oh my God! Here's an idea.
Yeah.
What if we had Winston Churchill strapped to the front of the train, being used as armor?
Oh Lord. The Brits are gonna hate us, but they know we're right that Churchill was not the best man. We're gonna need to talk about him more and his failings, but yeah.
We need to talk about all the
Yeah.
times Winston Churchill just got a bunch of people killed,
Yeah.
basically. Because
So
there are so many examples to choose from.
yeah.
You've got, but the armored train incident was like the first
Yeah.
time, and he was like what, 19 at the time, for
I
fuck's sake.
think. So we've been recording for about an hour and 15 minutes, so should we call it here for the recap video?
Yeah, I think we've gotten a plenty done here.
So yeah, please like, subscribe, comment down below if you have suggestions. If you have actual archive footage you want to donate to us, like archive footage or stuff like that, or historical photographs you want us to use, or even diagram schematics
or
of
just point,
trains, use the channel email.
yeah, or just
I check
point
the
us
email
towards it.
daily.
Yeah, or just point us towards it.
Yeah, I check the
like let
email
us know
daily. Yeah.
this thing exists. Basically.
Yeah. So stay safe. This is White Lion Studios. Happy New Year, since this is going to be uploaded on New Year's Day. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2026.
As a Canadian, my New Year's resolution is that there will be a Northern War of Aggression by 2027.
Oh,
Canada
Lord.
will be. Canada is coming to liberate you people from your oppressors.
That goes for everyone. That goes for our like second most viewers as well in Japan, who seem to be the second most viewed country. Lord Almighty.
I think we.
It's fine.
Gosh.
I'm going to
Yeah.
yep.
Okay. You're breaking up. We better stop this before
Yep.
this breaks.
Bye.